Okay, hello again. I just want to do a quick review of your week 4 homework and kind of what's expected. I've had some hiccups with the chapter 2 assignments, which I'm going through at the moment, and some with 3. Let me just remind everyone that you have to do calculations for the most part. So I did notice that some of you in chapter 2, it might ask you a question to, like, whatever it is, how many people are in this sample. You're going to have to use a formula for that. I can't just have you, count. We're kind of getting into class. You're going to have to do like a count if. And we're starting to get into some of the more difficult formulas. Don't forget, a prerequisite for this class was that you know Excel. So if you don't, you might want to, do some refresher stuff online to just remember how to do certain things. But anyway, for week 4, I did delete the requirement to do question number 30. I don't think anybody started on 4 yet, but if you did, you don't have to do 30 anymore. When I looked closer at it, the data wasn't split up the way I'd like to see it split up on the spreadsheet that you got, so just don't want anything to be confusing. So for week number 4, you're just going to do number 6 and number 10. So I just want to take a look at those so you have an idea of kind of what you're going to be expected to do. So try to be helpful here. Hold on. Okay. This is actually the answer to number 6. However, you can't see any of the formulas up there. One thing to note, and I will show you one of the formulas. It's asking you to do this spreadsheet and take a look at the transportation hold on, distribution for the mean sample. So in this one, you're going to determine automobile mileage ratings. They give you some information and then ask you some questions. So they want to know, so they give you this stuff. As you can see, there's no formulas there. And then here's the questions, A, B, and C. By the central limit theorem, the distribution of the mean for the sample is approximately a normal distribution. So you get that one for free. Then the 2 that you have to do calculations on are the probability that the sample mean will be greater than 25 miles per gallon. So I'm going to show you this, not C, but I will show you this one. This is what your spreadsheet that you give me should look like. You can do it right on, a clean spreadsheet. So what it's asking you here is a normal distribution. So that's kind of what you're being asked. If you look up here in the formula bar, you can see it's doing normal distribution calculation. And what's it looking at? It's looking at the transportation, or at the transportation spreadsheet. So you're doing a normal distribution. 25, it's looking at C3, which is 24 miles per gallon. It's only looking at this data. Sorry, I was confused before. It's looking at C3. And don't forget, when you want to lock in what you're looking at on a spreadsheet, you use these dollar signs. So if you need to do a copy down, this freezes it at C3. So you're looking at C3 and C4, doing a division by the square root, by the number of cars here. And you want the answer to be true because it's less than 25. So that's all you need to do for 6. Now let's take a look at 10. Let's take a look at 10. So in number 10, you're looking at the Consumer Transportation Survey spreadsheet, and that is this one. So this is the one that you're given, the Consumer Transportation spreadsheet. It's okay with me if you just do a separate tab. I have it on a totally separate spreadsheet. But you can do it on a separate tab if you want to. So let me move that over. Okay, so you're being asked to use the worksheet to develop 95 and 99 confidence intervals for the following. And then it's asking you for the mean hours that individuals spend in their vehicles. It's asking you for the average number of miles driven per week, which would be here. The proportion of individuals who are satisfied with their vehicles, down here. And the proportion of individuals who have at least one child, right here. So I can't stress enough that you must do formulas. So let's kind of look at some things. These are the things that you have to have in order to answer these questions. So let me just show you something quickly. This is a standard deviation calculation to do here, which is the first thing that you have to do for the first question. But let's look up at the formula. It's a standard deviation calculation, which you should be able to find in Excel. It's calling up the Consumer Transportation Survey from F4, which is the number, which is a column that has the number of hours per week. So it's going from F4, which is where the very first number is, to F53, which is where the very last one. So all you're calculating is a standard deviation here. Again, always a good idea to put in the dollar signs, even though here it's not going to matter for this particular calculation, but you want to lock in, yes, if I copy this down, I want these cells to be set and not change as I do the copy down. This is how you call up a separate spreadsheet. When you do this standard deviation and select your data, this will automatically fill in. So when you type equals standard deviation and then go over to your Consumer Transportation Survey, whether it's on a different tab or a different spreadsheet, and select this data, this part of it, you don't have to type this Consumer Transportation Survey. That should already go in there. You can type it, but you don't need to. Okay, these are actually the answers for the homework. So just so you know that you're on the right track. Let's look at sample mean. So what is mean? It's just doing an average. You're doing an average of that data. And then sample size, you're just counting how many there are. And then for the confidence level, you're supposed to develop a 95% confidence level and a 99% confidence level. So those are just hard coded in because you're doing those two calculations. So anyway, here's the mean. So you're going to do a square root of B6, the standard deviation, and 8, the sample size. So that's how you're going to get your error, or your standard error of the mean. Degrees of freedom is B8 minus 1. Don't forget when you're always going to subtract 1. The t-value, here's what you're going to use. You're doing the subtract here, and B13. So let me see. This is going to be for the 95. This is going to be for the 99. And then you're going to do this. So confidence interval, you're subtracting. Now I can just do, let's see, formulas. Nope, not that one. I always get these mixed up. Okay. So this one's B7, which is the sample mean, minus the interval half width. So that's how you get that there. Let me remove those. And the upper limit would be the B15. Same thing over here, 7, 16, and here. So that should get you started on kind of what you need to do. And this is exactly how your homework should look for this one. So hopefully that will help you. But please let me remind you, I do check these. And so please don't just hard code in answers. Because I'm going to check your formulas on all of these. So that walking you through this first one should hopefully be helpful to you on the other ones. So that's all I have. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Let me know if you have any questions.